Hey guys, so let me tell you how excited I am today. I'm coming to you from the couch. I'm chilling with my pillow and my blanket. Today is my very first YouTube video. I'm super excited. But I also know that I have to kind of, pace myself and not talk as much. We have a lot of time for a lot of videos and a lot of craziness. So for those of you that do not know me, my name is Alicia Lester Brima. And today we are just talking and just getting to know one another. Again, I'm super excited. First YouTube video, but it will not be the last. I thank you guys for those that have always followed me on all my social media platforms. If you're not already, Alicia Lester Brima or Niche Coach, author Alicia Lester on Instagram. Look me up. I promise you won't be disappointed. I promise. But before we get started, I'm going to need you guys to go and click subscribe because you're going to want all this goodness. Everything that I have to say, we're positive over here. We appreciate over here. We respect. We do all of those things. And we laugh. That's what we do. No judgment zone. We don't do any of that over here. I also want to let you guys know that I am already an author. So my first book is Alicia Lester, Life Behind the Chair. I wrote this back in 2015. I wrote this about my life. For those of you that like stories about other people's lives or child, or even just want to get in a lot of people's business, this is a good one. This is some good business to get into. It talks about my life. I was a stylist for many, many years, over 20 years. I'm now retired since, that's why I'm on the couch doing YouTube videos. But I am now retired. But there was a lot that went into this young lady standing behind this chair. So like I said, if you want some good tea, some good business, check it out. Truly appreciate it. It's on Amazon right now as we speak. Also, I'm an author of a children's book. Odabo means bye-bye. Can you guys see that? Odabo means bye-bye. It is about two Nigerian American children growing up in the United States, and their grandmother comes to visit, Grandma Rose. That is actually my daughter Bailey and my son Joshua. So check that out. It's really, really good. It just kind of gives you a little bit of peace of back home, especially if you are Nigerian, but more than anything, just the love of a grandmother. I just lost my mom this June to COVID. So the book means a whole lot to me. It's not even about my mama. It's about my husband's mama. You'll get more into that once you buy. Also on Amazon. I don't have any other books. This next one ain't me. I don't know who this little girl is. But I'm so thankful for you guys. I'm so appreciative. So we're going to be covering a lot of things. We're just going to talk. We're going to talk. And when I talk to my my social media platform family, I talk as if we're all family. I say the things that you probably wanted to say. I cuss a little bit. But I'm going to uplift you, both men and women. I'm going to uplift you. Now, I will say that my channel is geared more toward women. Women, we're all on the road to recovery when it comes to healing and self-love and things like that. I'm not saying that men are not. What I'm saying is I'm a woman, so I know what we need first before I know what y'all need, okay? But I promise you, men, I promise you, the more these women click subscribe and watch this channel, we're going to get them all the way together. That way they'll be better wives, women, mothers, and grandmothers by the time they get back home to you. I promise. Just stay tuned and everything will work out exactly the way it's supposed to. Today, just going to get into a little bit today. Today, I want to talk about, my goodness, guilt, forgiveness, and recovery. I don't mean addicts when I talk about recovery, but if this message hits you, let it heal you. When I talk about guilt, forgiveness, and recovery, one of the things about guilt is it's crazy. It's really, really strange things. Sometimes you can be the victim of something, but you'll feel guilty for it happening. The crazy part about it is it's not your place to feel guilty. It's not. You would think that all the guilt would lie on the person, the predator, or the person that did the abusing or did the mistreatment or disrespect or something like that. For some reason, it seemed like those people fly off the radar and you never see them again, or you never see them hurting. Now you're the one packed with all the baggage, all the hurt, the shame, the guilt. I wanted to let you guys know that the guilt is not yours to carry. I promise you that. Honey, I got to sit up for this one because I know what it's like. I know exactly what it's like to hold on to something that really it has a hold on you and it shouldn't have. I know what things is like when it comes to being abused mentally, physically, emotionally. I know what it's like when it's somebody that take away your innocence. I know what it feels like to have just a lot of things. There's some things that are considered abuse that you wouldn't even think. Some of us just fly through this life thinking that being punched is the only form of abuse. Honey, that cannot be further from the truth. That's not it. Abuse can come in so many different forms, so many different ways. And sometimes after being abused, some of us become the abuser. So you still have to kind of pay attention to the way you're moving and the way you are taking in the trauma. You have to get help for that thing, because if you do not, sometimes you will continue that same cycle all over again. Someone did it to you and you will unknowingly go off and do it to someone else. Just because it's a familiar kind of pain to you. And it doesn't hurt that much anymore because now you're used to it because you've taken on this tough skin. Don't do that shit. That's not what you want to do at all. What you want to do is heal from the trauma that has kept you feeling guilty. Pull it up. Pull it out. Get rid of it. You have to get rid of it because that guilt will take you down. Sometimes it's just as simple as forgiveness. Sometimes the forgiveness can take away that guilt that you feel. But don't get it twisted. I would never tell you to apologize to somebody that hurt you because they hurt you. I'm telling you to apologize to them for you. Ain't that crazy? You have to apologize for you so you can sleep at night, so you can rest well, so you can go on about the things that you want to do. Some of us have become paralyzed because of the trauma that we've gone through in life. Forgive it. And it's not for them. The forgiveness is for you. You will start to feel this weight lifted off your shoulders. You will start to feel, it look like the sun shine brighter. It seems like the birds chirp louder. I don't know what it is, but it's something about letting all that up off of you. It saves you. We don't care what it does for them. We don't care what it does for them. A lot of times it don't even have to be a verbal, I'm sorry. You can simply just say it to yourself, but mean it though. I'm big on writing things down. I'm very, very big on writing things down. You can write the apology, but you can also write what that abuse did to you, what that neglect felt like to you. You have the right to do all of those things. I'm not taking away your rights. I'm not telling you what you cannot do. I'm telling you that you have the right to be able to tell the person how you feel, why you feel it, what it did to you, but that you are no longer going to hold on to it. That's freedom. That's freedom. Honey, freedom ain't when you just got out of jail or when you just got out of Facebook jail or when you just, that's not. Freedom starts in here. Freedom starts inside. And once you get that up out of you, you don't have anything to worry about. That's when you recover. Remember, I said guilt, forgiveness, and now recovery. You have to be able to go through those things in order to get to the recovery phase. When you're in a hospital and you get hurt and all those things, you have to stay there long enough till you recover, until you're well enough to come home. That's the same thing with your personal life, same thing with your life. You have to recover from those things. Once you're on that road to recovery, there's no going back. Unless you put yourself in a position to re-injure yourself. But we're not doing that. Let's definitely not do that. What we are doing is we are preparing ourselves to be able to finally live, to finally let go, to finally love someone, allow someone to love you. A lot of you can't find a relationship because you're still mad at the person from before. Got to let go. Let go of that guilt. Let go of that you're going to have to forgive them. And now you have to recover. Some of you are the reason you don't have anybody because you're still holding on to other things. Some of you became the abuser after being abused. So now you don't know which way to go. Get it up out of you. if you didn't like the way it felt when it was done to you, then the last thing you should ever want to do is to inflict that kind of pain onto somebody else. One thing about me, in relationships, if I had a bad relationship and then that person moved on and I saw that person was with someone else, I never wished bad on the next woman. I didn't want that girl to go through the things that I was going through. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Even if she enticed them, even if she knew about me, even if they planned a life around me. I never wished for him to do the things to me that, the things that he did to me to another person, another woman. You wish them nothing but the best. Holding on to anger and hurt and bitterness and wishing harm on somebody else, what I wish on you comes back to me. I've never wanted that kind of life. I've never wanted that kind of life at all. Honey, I wish y'all all the best. I want you to have things. Matter of fact, I want you to love him in a way that I could not. I want him to reach you in a way that maybe other men could not. That's what I want. And the reason I want that for the two of you is because that's what I want for myself. I'm wishing the kind of love on y'all that I want for myself. So you got to think about those things. You got to think about that kind of stuff. You can't just say, oh, I hope he do her wrong. Oh, I hope, she do him wrong. Or, oh, he's just going to cheat again. He may not. He may not. He may love her from a place that he couldn't love you from. Maybe you may have had a wall built up so high that he didn't even feel the need to try to climb over it because there was nothing he could do to break out of it. Some of us have baggage and things that we've been carrying for so long. When somebody try to step in and love us, it's foreign to us. And we don't know what it looks like, and we damn sure don't know what it feels like. So we push everybody else out. We push everybody else away. We push them on. But then on the flip side of things, we say we can't find anybody. Well, what happened to him that you pushed? Or her that you pushed? Or him that you kept away? Or her that you played as a friend? What happened to those people? They were worth loving also, and they tried to love you. But you were so hardened that you couldn't soften yourself up enough to even let them in. So you got to think about those kinds of things too. But that recovery is something amazing. I'm telling you, if anybody has ever been in a situation where they've been hurt and now you've recovered from it, the last thing you want to do is feel that feeling again. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about all of these things. We're going to get you on the road to recovery because that is the best way that you'll be able to be your best self. I need you to be your best self. That's the only way these YouTube videos are going to make a difference in your life. You have to be willing to do the work. I am a niche coach. I've been a life coach now, oh my gosh, for some years. However, I have been a personal development coach, not even knowing, for probably almost 20 years. I was a licensed stylist for 20 years. I owned salons. I've absolutely loved what I've done. I've loved the road my life has gone. I have no regrets. Absolutely none, honey. And the more we talk, the more you are going to know. I live my life. I do my thing. I don't bother anybody. Child, I drink water, adjust my wig, and I go on about my business. That's what I do. I've always done that. It doesn't make me better than anybody. I just move a little bit differently because I don't like hurt. And I don't like pain, and I don't like disrespect, and I don't like, I don't like bullshit. I never have. I never have, and I never will. I know that about myself. I've been hurt. The only reason I can talk to you guys about being hurt is because I've been there. I've been cheated on. That's why I can give my little 2 cents about it. I've done some wrong things when it comes to parenting. That's why I coach people on it. I personally don't want to hear from people that has never gone through things. You can't tell me anything because you can't identify with what I've gone through and with what I've done with myself and done with my life or my children or my marriage or whatever. I like to talk to people that has been there. I like to talk to people that know exactly what it is I'm talking about when I say certain things. That feeling. I need that person to have that feeling also. or to have had that feeling. Honey, I have had all the feels. In my little 40 years of living, I have had all the feels, and I embrace the rest of them that's going to come. But what I don't do, I don't allow those, I don't allow those feelings to dictate who I am in this life and who I'll be in your life. I don't blame things on being a Sagittarius, just like I don't blame things on being mistreated. I don't blame things on being adopted. I don't blame things on being cheated on. I don't blame things on I don't blame anything. I live my life. Those are things that happen. Did I want those things to happen? Of course not. But they happen. But you move forward and you move past it. And no matter how long it takes, you keep pushing until you get to the recovery. I want you guys to get to the recovery. Then everything starts to look clear. And I'm not saying that you won't go through other things in your life, because you will. But you'll be able to, you see it coming. You'll see some things coming. There are some people that have tried to enter into my life. But because I already know what the bullshit looks like, I didn't let them in. Now, they didn't know that they weren't let in, because I don't have to broadcast that you weren't let in. But you know we're not moving the same. You know we're not doing the same things. Because something inside of me said, not him, not her, not them. It can even be family. You have to know when to fold it. You have to. You have to. You don't ever take on a stance where, because it's family, you have to take the mistreatment. You have to take the disrespect. When I noticed that I was being discussed amongst family when I would walk out of the room, I didn't have to call anybody. I didn't have to make a status on Facebook. I didn't have to text anybody. I stopped walking into those rooms. Because I need everybody in the room to be on my side when someone comes against me, because I'm your family. Doesn't that seem like that's the way it would go? Because you can't come to me and talk about my family. You can't do that, because it's my family. But I tell you what hurt even more, honey, when it's the family talking about the family. Child, when that happens, it seemed like everything else go out the window. But even then, I stopped walking into those rooms. So now if you discuss me, it's mere speculation, honey. Nobody got a chance to tell you the real. And I don't give a damn enough to tell my side, because I do my own thing and I mind my own business. And if I haven't learned in 40 years how to be by myself, I'll never learn. So sometimes you have to step back. You don't have to keep going into these places where you're not wanted, or keep going into these places where they're trying to figure out how you do what you do, how you go where you go, why you are who you are, why you look the way you look. We're not doing any of that. And like I said, in my 40 years of living, I'm not going to. I'm not going to. So you have to know, sometimes the people that's the closest to you can sometimes be the ones that hurt you. And also, when it comes to things that are near and dear to you, if it's something you don't want to get out to other people, stop telling other people. And ain't that a word? Ain't that a word? Stop telling other people. People don't tell my business because I don't give them my business to tell. And that's because I've gone through the guilt. I've had to forgive them when I got to the recovery. So I can't tell you anything that you can use against me. The reason I wrote a whole book about my life was because I needed to get out everything that had been bottled up inside of me. Because no one in this world could tell my story like me. Nobody. Not my mama, not my daddy, not my brother, sisters, nobody. And the other thing is, no one would ever get a chance to paint a story to my husband about me but me. I ain't gonna give you that. And anything you bring up that was before his time, that's my business. you know? So you have to be prepared to stand on your own. It's not an easy fight. It's not an easy thing to let go of. That's why a lot of us keep walking into those same rooms. We keep seeking the same type of love over and over and over again. We're not getting it, but we keep seeking it because that's just what we know. Because family is family, and friends are your friends, and all that kind of stuff. Honey, if a friend you carry a bone, if the friend bring the bone, the friend gonna carry the bone. Now, sometimes you got some good ones. I got some good friends. I got some friends that we have celebrated over 30 years of friendship together. I have friends I know for sure I could tell all my business to. I got friends that I can't tell nothing to. I got friends that I can share a few things with. I got friends that I can't share, many. That's it. They have never crossed me. But I pay attention to the way that people move when it comes to other people's business. If you talk about your sister to me, I know damn well you talk about me to the world. If you will talk about your mother to me, I know damn well you talk about me to the world. And so on and so forth. I don't discuss my marriage with people, except for people that I know for sure can help me with my marriage counselors, things like that. That's what I do. Child, I don't just be out here telling nobody about what's going on with me so you could use it against me. We'll never get a chance to play those kind of games. That's not what we do. You'll never send me back through that whole guilt, forgiveness, and recovery process. We're not doing that. But when you learn the process, it makes life so much easier. Because you'll start going through your Rolodex of people that had you screwed up at some point, and you will start knocking them down. Forgiven, 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 forgiven. For you, not for them. If the mention of their name still bothers you, if it still shakes your core, that's because you haven't healed from it yet. I could tell my story because I healed from all those things in each and every chapter. I couldn't tell that story if it still bothered me for somebody to say it to me. There's no way. So I made sure that I was able to heal from that. And that's what we're going to do here. We are going to heal. We are going to love. We are going to laugh. We are going to just party and bullshit. That's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about parenting. One thing about being a life coach, I know for sure, I always tell people, I coach 3 Ps: the person, the professional, and the parent. Those are 3 things in 3 areas that I know so well. Being a multi-business owner, being a parent since the age of 15. My son is now 24, and then I got a 3 and a 4-year-old, but child, we'll talk about them on another time. Or you follow me on social media and you'll see all the drama with them. And the person. I have to be able to coach the person. But again, I can't coach you on things that I haven't healed from. So I make sure that the things that I say to you guys are things that you can take, put in your pocket, take it out later, heal from it, love on it, live on it. I make sure that you're able to do those things. So remember the 3 Ps: the parent, the person, the professional. Those things are very, very important. I want to be able to help bridge gaps between relationships and parents, because your kids call me at 2 a.m. because they need some love and they need someone to talk to and they need somebody to help them out with things. I want to be able to. Now, kids will never probably come to you and tell you everything, but that relationship with your child is very, very important. I went through that, honey. I had a depressed teenager. I had a teenager that suppressed all his feelings. I had a teenager that wanted to impress his friends. I had a teenager that, honey, some days he just shut down. He was spoiled. We had a lot, honey. We went through it. And also, you got to keep in mind, I was 15 when I had him. So, child, I didn't know up from down, and he didn't know right from left. So we learned together. But one thing I always did, I made sure I was his mother and never one of his little friends. So we have a great relationship because we had to go through the guilt, the forgiveness, and the recovery. That happens even within your own home with your own children. Anybody out there that's raising grown-up children, trust me, honey, we have had a time with them, and they have had a time with us. So don't always go throughout this life thinking that they were the problem or that somebody else is the problem. On this broadcast, honey, we're going to look at self. We're not even going to pull those other people into it because they ain't got nothing to do with what's going on here. The healing is for you. And I want to make sure that you guys get that. And we're going to walk through this thing every single step of the way. If you want to start that business, let's go. If you want to purchase a new home, let's go. If you want to get that bit, whatever it is that you want to do, that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to talk about. I'm going to talk about so many different topics, child. Y'all going to get sick and tired of me. I promise y'all going to get sick and tired of me. But I want you guys to follow me on social media. You have to be able to follow me and keep up and let me know what's going on with you, because I can't give y'all my phone number now. Some of y'all already got it. I was a stylist for 20 years. But I want you guys to be able to inbox me, send me messages, DM me. When my YouTubes are live, jump on, ask questions. Send me things that you would like for me to talk about. Send me things that you would like for me to discuss. I'll be posting links and all different types of things because I want you guys to get it. I really, really want you guys to get it. And more than anything, I want you guys to start sending me your email addresses so I can start, possibly a newsletter, just something, just to, hey, what's going on? Honey, I'm going to call them t-shirt talks. Every time y'all see me, I'm going to be in a t-shirt. I love t-shirts. Anybody that want me to wear your t-shirt, go ahead and send it to me. Hit me up, whatever you want to do. Child, I buy it. I ain't say you got to send it to me for free. I buy it. I don't have no problem with it. I buy them all from Target anyway. So, it is what it is. But I would love to be able to know what's going on with you guys, just like I want you guys to know what's going on with me. So again, click subscribe. Stop right now. Stop texting, stop talking, whatever it is that you're doing. Click subscribe. I need you to. I need you to. Not for me, but for you, honey. I got this goodness in me. I want to pass it down to you guys. I want it to trickle down onto you. And I want you to be able to give it to your friends and your families and be able to love on your babies with it and all that. I don't have all the answers, but I promise to help you navigate through this thing so we can get them. And that's what it is, and that's what we're going to do. So again, I'm your niche coach. We are going to get your shit together because it is a journey. I promise you it's a journey. I promise you. I have podcasts. You can hit me up on Anchor and get your shit together. What else? There's so much going on. There's so much. Like I said, there's so many videos. This is my very first one. I'm going to upload it a little bit later on. Super excited about it. So when you guys catch it, share it, do what you got to do. I appreciate you. Like I said, inbox me. Let me know. Some topics you want to touch on, some topics you want to hit. Everybody remains anonymous unless you peek your head out and say hi. Other than that, I got you. I thank you guys so much for tuning in today. This is the first of many. We'll see how it goes. We'll see where it goes. Talk to you later. And in the meantime, continue to get your shit together because your niche coach told you to.